Howdy YouTube! I have been playing Pokemon since Red and Blue launched because I am obscenely old. Also, I just noticed that there's a big Slowpoke on her bed, and honestly, I would pay so much money for this giant Slowpoke. I am not even joking you. Anyone who can sew something like this, hit me the freak up. Anyway, I have been playing Pokemon since Red and Blue launched. I am old, as the kids would say. And besides Slowpoke being my favorite Pokemon game is XD Gale of Darkness, the darkest Pokemon game you've never heard of by Jaiden Animation. I'm very excited to get into this. I think the only Pokemon games I put more time into than XD Gale of Darkness would be Heart Gold. And honestly, I can't even tell you the original games, how much time I put into those. I know that whenever they were, because to be fair, when Red and Blue was out, they were the only Pokemon games, so that's the only ones you could play, and I put an ungodly amount of time into them. And then Gold and Silver came out, and I put an ungodly amount of time into them. Well, actually, you know what? There was so much more time than Red and Blue. It was a godly amount of time. It was ridiculous. I used to sneak my Game Boy into school because you could only catch Pokemon in the morning before a certain time, and I had to. I freaking had to. It was that or wake up early, and I was not waking up early. I would much rather get in trouble bringing my Pokemon game to school, trying to catch me a Teddy Ursa in the morning, or a Donphan, or whichever one it is. I remember it was really early in the game I was trying to do it. Maybe it was Dunsparce. It was one of those. I have to look it up. It was a long time ago, and Uncle Jolly's memory is not so good anymore. But here we are. Jaiden Animation's darkest Pokemon you never played that I've only played about 1 billion times.
I played.
Granted, it's been a long time, but I've been consuming Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness videos so freaking much. I am getting that urge to play it again. I kind of want to play it on stream, but if I played it, I want to play the GameCube version because I have it over there in my GameCube. It never leaves my GameCube because it's the only game I play on GameCube. And I don't have Coliseum. I only have Gale of Darkness, and I'm excited to see this, man. I am so excited to watch this because Jaiden Animation, like one of my favorite YouTube creators, so wholesome but like genuinely funny, and a big Pokemon nerd like me, but also my favorite Pokemon game of all time.
Played a lot of Pokemon in my days, and by that I mean I've played the same Pokemon game with various different skins. But
A freaking min to that, and also I love Hoot Hoot. Hoot Hoot is adorable, and I usually like to play with Hoot Hoot when I replay Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I never play Gold and Silver again because I have Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and once it's been perfected, why go back to the other ones that are so flawed? You know what I'm saying?
I'm here today to showcase one of, if not the most unique ideas for a Pokemon game.
And by unique, she means they already did it once with Coliseum, but like, Coliseum is great, but XD Gale of Darkness improved on a lot of things that was kind of annoying for Coliseum. Like Coliseum, you can only save at the PC, but Gale of Darkness, you could just save anywhere. And I love that for them.
Nintendo is published for our tiny little hearts, and that game is called Pokemon XD.
Let's go, that's our boy!
XD. A bit unfortunate, but...
I know it's very memeable, but XD because that was the name of the Lugia. They made a Shadow Lugia, and that was the name of the project. It was XD.
It came out in 2005, so they get a pass.
Okay, we got waifu pokes, and then we got the Mudkip meme, and then we have breedable Vaporeon. I don't know what the Vulpix is supposed to be. Oh, you can't even see the Vulpix. Beep. Yeah, you can't even see the Vulpix. I feel like 3 of these are memes, and the other ones not so much. Because I'm guessing it's got something to do with something. But you know what? We're going Pokemon Fugi.
Why am I talking about it? I think it's an underground game not enough people know about.
What's Nurse Joy doing there?
It does something different, kind of shakes up the formula.
It really does, man. It is such a breath of fresh air. And honestly, the music is banging. Like Mirror B's theme, granted, Coliseum, so much better than XD Gale of Darkness. But the XD Gale of Darkness one is still a bop. And Pyrite Town, I literally listen to that in the background on stream. Like, you'll listen to the 1 hour loop I have with the Pyrite Town.
Constantly overshadowed by its predecessor, Pokemon Coliseum.
Well, to be fair, you start off with an Umbreon and Espeon, and that's kind of a big deal.
And yeah, okay, I played it as a kid. I'm very biased. Is that what you wanted? If you've not heard of it, or...
Jigglytuff. He's puff, he's tough, and you can't get enough.
Played it, you're in for a treat today.
Honestly, you really are.
To a cargo boat, the SS Lee.
Oh, this looks gorgeous. This actually looks prettier than I remember it being.
Out at sea, where we find the captain and guy who steers standing at the helm. All is calm and serene.
I haven't played this in years, and I'm excited to hear it.
Swatted. And it's not
As you
no
do.
ordinary SWAT today, folks. No, sir. This is a Lugia SWAT. They run out to see what
Oh
I'm going
god, look at this. Shadow Lugia's got to be like the coolest Pokemon they've ever designed. They took a lovable Pokemon that everyone liked from Gen freaking 2, let's go baby, and then they made like this sick, awesome shit. Like most of the time when they make Shadow Pokemon, it's just a normal Pokemon with like a shadowy aura, and maybe red eyes, but they completely redid Lugia, and it looks sick as heck, man.
on, and the captain looks up and makes this face as if he wants to kiss Lugia
Everyone wants to kiss Shadow Lugia. And if you don't want to kiss Shadow Lugia, it's because you hate Pokemon and children and women.
passionately on the lips. But Lugia's not here for kisses. He's here for the opposite of kisses,
Never here for kisses.
which is crime. He
That escalated so fast. What? Where did he get a ski mask and a knife? Why do you need a knife? Like, you got knives on your back. You can shoot Aeroblast, which looks like you are. Why is it coming down from his penis?
hyper beams the cargo ship.
Why is he hyper beaming it from his penis? Moving on.
And then steals it. You heard me right. Just blasts the thing point blank and takes it away. Lugia's ship now. The
I mean, what are you going to do at that point?
presumably only 2 people on the entire boat fall into the water.
I like that little clipping thing. That was such a good edit.
They're left to just drown in the ocean, I guess.
He didn't get his kisses.
Well, that was a bit raw. What are we, a minute in and 2 people are dead?
Okay, to be fair, the opening to Coliseum, you bomb the base, steal from the gang, and on your way out, you bomb the base again. I don't know how many people you killed, but it's got to be more than 2.
Gen 10 could never. Hard cut to
Not
me
once.
because that's more important.
You know who
played
could,
this
though? Pow World.
boy kid named Michael, but actually his name is Jaiden now.
Michael.
Because that's me. The game throws you into the middle of this intense looking fight between a Salamence and Metagross, both level 50. I don't know where I am, what the stakes are, who I am, but this battle seems really important and tough, so I'm gonna give it my all and immediately OHKO it.
Yeah, that Earthquake's pretty nasty. It basically sets you up so you can win. I think you have to try to fail on this one.
I did it! Screen goes black.
Yeah, let's go.
Eyes, everything's blurry. Wake up, Jaiden, you've been in a coma for 15 years. Turns out
Can you
I
imagine
live
something
in a
scarier
friendly
than that? Like, you just wake up one day and somebody tells you you've been in a coma for 15 years. You'd have no idea what happened. Like, you don't even remember what caused you to go into the coma. You'd just be like, wait a second, that doesn't sound right.
laboratory run by this Professor Crane and his lab guys.
Oh, the good
I get
music.
Up and the guy running the battle simulation tells me how good of a battler I've become.
You're the
Aw,
best.
Thanks, man.
Eevee! That's what's great about these games. In the first one, you start with an Espeon and an Umbreon. And the second one, you start with Eevee. And you can evolve it once you get to the next town. Because they have shards and stones. The shards are for evolving into Espeon and Umbreon. But they have stones so you can evolve them into the other evolutions.
Then he immediately negs me by telling me it's about time I go out and get myself more Pokemon besides my one lame Eevee. Backhanded compliment at a child, but I'll take it, I think. I go into Crane's office where him and my mom are talking, and he says he heard from the battle coach that my battling
Your mom is pretty. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Your mom is so pretty.
skills have improved dramatically, and how proud he is of me. To which my own mom tells him to stop giving me compliments and praise because I'm gonna end up spoiled rotten. I don't know what kind of a response that is to a child receiving praise. Either I'm
Listen to Hot
already
Mom.
a cocky little bastard, or I'm being currently emotionally neglected by everyone in this
After playing the game, I can tell you it's the second one.
building. Whatever it is, I don't think it's healthy for my mental development. To make this mother
No,
look
not
even
even a little bit.
worse, we realize her only other child, Jovi, is missing, and
Jovi, sorry. Jovi is annoying as crap, and I am so glad she's not in the whole game. If they made her, like there's a girl in the first game who can see shadow Pokemon, and that's how you get to see shadow Pokemon. I guess you're supposed to know which one. And then if they made Jovi the one who did it, this game would be so horrible.
no one is looking for her. The world is only filled with overpowered wild rabbit animals and crazy people. No, I'm sure it's fine you haven't started
I'm sorry. I'm down for Shadow Ludicolo. That'd be great.
looking for her. Keep doing what you're doing. I get a lead saying she
Eating a
really
sandwich.
likes hanging out with
Is that a
family
Master
friend
Ball?
mad scientist Dr. Kaminko, so I head over to his house and I'm about to knock on his creepy door when this tiny little blind man, Chobin,
Chobin! Fun fact, I cosplayed Chobin. I just really like this series, and there wasn't a whole lot of people I could cosplay. So I cosplayed Chobin. I'm just like a big Chobin. And I sewed myself a Sunkern plush.
The doctor's assistant walks up and is like, "Burglar!" and challenges me to a
Burglar.
battle, to which I win because he only has a level 5 Sunkern.
He gets more as the game goes on. You have to come back here a couple times. Next time you come here, he has a Groudon mech. Doesn't do anything. He just battles you from the mech.
Jovi comes out and is like, "Oh, hi, big brother. It's Jovi. Did you get lost, big brother? Silly big brother. Jovi will guide you back
Yeah, she talks in third person. It's really annoying.
home." Alright, I see why no one was looking for her now. We
Amen.
return home to the lab, and they present me with a snag machine. A machine that allows the user to catch shadow Pokemon, which are Pokemon that have been so abused that they turn evil. Now, they're saying...
I don't think they abuse them. I'm pretty sure they just like have machines that close their heart off or something like that. I don't remember in the game it ever mentioning that they were actually abused.
they haven't seen or heard of any shadow Pokemon that exist anymore because they've all been purified years ago. But who
By who? Is me.
knows when they could start popping up again? Better be safe than sorry.
Might as well.
Some guys from a secret organization called Cypher bust into the lab, beat everyone up, steal Professor Crane, show off their shadow Pokemon.
Okay, to be fair, Shadow Ursa Ring, after you evolve this thing, well, I guess you can't really evolve it while it's a Shadow, but honestly, Ursa Ring is a great pick for going through the game with. It's really strong.
And run off to their secret base to never be seen again. Well, I'll be. The lab is in shambles.
Jovi just, no thoughts, happy.
Not knowing what to do, but then decides they're gonna complete their purification chamber in his honor because shadow Pokemon are back and they want to do something about it. They send me off to the...
Yeah, but they already have a stone that that purifies Pokemon in a gate. A gate. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've only ever read it, and they didn't really help me. But like a gate village, we'll call it a gate. And a gate village, there's already a stone that does that. So I don't know why you need to make a machine. But I also don't know why the evil teams just didn't destroy that stone to prevent people from doing it.
This seaside town, Port, to retrieve a machine part they need. And Jovi pesters our mom to come with because Jovi doesn't think I can handle going out on my own. And Jovi needs to hold my hand and guide her big brother the whole way. Okay, not only does this little snot talk in the third person for no reason, maybe our mom didn't...
Honestly, she is kind of adorable until she starts talking. And I really wish she didn't talk so much. If there was like a mod that would get rid of that, also if there was a way to play the game legitimately and then put mods on it, that'd be great. But Nintendo, you know, we're not allowed to have fun things.
Care enough to get us any education. Perhaps she was worried the teacher would give us a compliment, heaven forbid. But she's also the most annoying character I've ever witnessed in any media. And I've watched an episode of My Hero Academia with a grape kid in it.
Okay, but hear me out. Sue Fine.
We go to Port, and not 2 seconds pass until Jovi pisses off this random guy, Zook, who happens to be the buffest man in the world. He's about to punt her.
Yeah, he is. Our savior, Zook.
And I'm about to do nothing about it when this old man and his color-coded
big
henchmen
ears.
step in and obliterate his shadow Zangoose. Old man, I was about to be free of everything that is bad in my life, and you took that away from me. We get the part...
That old man just was not phased whatsoever.
Head back, and Mom tells me about this spot in Agate Village called the Relic
Agate.
Stone, where you can
Maybe that's it.
naturally purify Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're making your own purifying chamber then, when there's a rock that already does that. I go
Oh,
to Agate, and
to be fair, it's not the rock so much. You'll see. If you ever play the game, you'll see.
this very enthusiastic man with a Pikachu shows me the stone, and I'm like, cool. To which he's like, by the way, my friend Vander might know where Cypher took Crane. Oh, okay. I go talk to Vander,
Helpful.
and he points to this random spot in the desert on my map, and is like, oh, they're right here.
Yeah,
I saw
right there.
them. What were you doing out there? That's literally just sand.
Sandcastles.
Wow, would you look at that? A headquarters. Huh. I start infiltrating the base, battling all the grunts that fall from the ceiling,
They're called peons.
snagging any shadow
Swablu. I don't know if I'd go through the game with a Swablu. Is that why not?
Pokemon I find. Until
Or
I
Zubat. I can't really tell. Yeah, her. Very pretty. Not in the game a ton. At least not that I remember anyway. I feel like she might be in more than I actually remember.
reach Pink Hatsune Miku, who's trying to get in.
Honestly, the design of her outfit in this does not do her justice. Matter of fact, let me show you what she looks like. XD Gale of Darkness. I don't remember her name. This her. Yeah, she. I don't know what this is supposed to be. But this is her though. As you can see, much cuter than this right here. Continuing.
Information out of Crane about purifying shadow Pokemon. I battle her and win, which means I get to unkidnap him, and while heading out, I find this data ROM on the ground. Huh, this seems very important and like it has a lot of secret information about Cypher on it.
Top 10 epic Cypher secrets. Top 10 epic Cypher secrets. Number 1, Hatsune Miku.
Convenient. Brain returns to the lab and everyone's happy, and then they send me to Pyrite Town to find Net, a guy that
Pyrite Town. Banger theme. Absolute banger theme.
ROM and access all the information on it. So I head there and he's like, yeah, we can crack this, smile. While he's hacking it, I go out and play.
Also, there's a lot of shadow Pokemon, and if I recall correctly, you can keep rematching the trainers there. They're great for leveling.
Around in a random cave and run into Mirror B. This guy,
the hero of the story. Mirror B is an absolute legend. Anyone who's played Coliseum or XD Gale of Darkness, because he's in both of them, legend.
Guy doesn't do much in this game, honestly, but I just want to make sure you know he exists.
Everyone should know he exists. It's Mirror freaking B.
And listen to his music.
Okay, just so you know, listen to his music, but also go listen to his music from Coliseum. His music from Coliseum, so much better. It is the greatest piece of Pokemon music.
I go check on Net again, and Cypher's busted and beat everyone up and kidnapped another person. Have you guys min-maxed how to kidnap
Why would you drop the pizza? Maybe Jaiden's the villain of the story.
Or something. You're 2 for 2 at this point and are scarily efficient at it. They tried a hostage situation the data ROM back, and even though I beat up this big man and take all his shadow Pokemon, Net still...
Aron and Seal. I feel like Seal would be good for tanking, trying to catch shadow Pokemon, but I would not use Aron.
Wusses out and gives the ROM back. He thought he was being 2 steps ahead because he saved all the information on his server already, but Cypher just logs on and deletes everything anyway.
You know what would have helped here? Say it with me, Sony fans. Physical copies.
Net says the only thing he remembers from the ROM was that Cypher was behind the disappearance of the SS Libra, and they're about to attack this city nearby called Fennec, and someone needs to go warn them. I guess I'm just Mr. Scooter across the desert and save everyone.
Well, it's important
today,
to give all your important tasks
to
to children.
To warn the mayor about the attack, and as soon as I arrive, this lady hits me with a confetti cannon, congratulates me on
I want a confetti cannon, man. That'd be sick.
Being the millionth visitor to the city, and shoos me away to celebrate at Real Gam Tower. I try to get around her because this is important, but she's determined to gatekeep me no matter what I do. So I just go
Oh no, you're being gatekept with fun.
There and realize she literally sent a child to illegally gamble his life away. Wow! No one in this region likes children, do they? After not being able to figure out...
I feel like no one in this region, from what I recall, was really worth anything except Mirror B. Everyone else just kind of sucks.
Play bingo, I head back, sneak into the mayor's house, distract his house sitter with music, and find out the mayor was trying to write a note to
I don't remember that. Wait, do I remember that? That sounds familiar, but I don't actually remember doing that in the game.
The city's gym leader, warning him about the Cypher attack.
Cypher will attack... Oh, no, Uncle Jolly wants to read that. I like words. Justy, Cypher will attack us soon, Justy. Only you can stop them, Justy. Wouldn't it be funny if a child solved this issue while a gym leader did nothing?
About the Cypher attack. I don't know why the mayor was trying to ask this random gym guy to help, but he was kidnapped halfway through writing it, so I guess it doesn't matter. Cypher
he wrote down, that's suspicious.
I now know what's up, and everyone in town reveals themselves to be disguised Cypher grunts. Oh my god, they kidnapped
the dog with the Cypher mask. What is going on?
Entire town.
Oh, that guy's just wearing a mask under his mask. That guy's face is a mask. Respect.
Care what kind of organization you're from. If you can
That
successfully
dude is double
kidnap
protected.
a village, you've earned my respect.
Okay, but how do we feel about Team Skull when they took over an entire village? And unlike Team Cypher, they kept the village and no one could do anything about it. I'm just saying, they're worse than Team Skull.
I beat up Cypher, rescue their shadow
Okay, hold.
Pokemon, and you've earned my respect. I beat up
Breloom, great choice for going through the game. It gets Spore. I'd recommend using anything that can put things to sleep until it learns Spore. Like Hoppip, great choice for putting things to sleep. Can't take hits very well, but it can put things to sleep. Breloom, though, once it learns Spore, use that. And also, it can hit really hard. It can't take hits either, but neither could Hoppip. And frankly, you're better off just, sporing with a Breloom that can actually do damage back. Curlia, if you can get it to a Gardevoir, it's a great choice, but it's a long slug.
Cypher,
I also see she went Jolteon. That was a choice.
rescue their shadow Pokemon, and free literally everyone in the town who is locked in the city basement. Justy says he saw something suspicious going on in the desert, and points
Justy.
to another random sand spot on my map I should go investigate. Honestly, how are all these people just stumbling onto these shenanigans in the middle of the desert?
Plot. You're welcome.
And why are they able to give the latitude, longitude of these locations after finding
Plot. You're welcome.
them? This has got to be like tens of miles out from any sort of civilization. This is where people run out of gas in their car and then shrivel up and die
Why would you drive out there? If there's no roads, why would you drive out to a desert?
before anyone can find them. Why were you here? Wow. Yep, that's the cargo ship. How did you find this? All right, what is so enthralling about this desert that crime and vigilante justice is constantly going on in every square inch of this place?
Well, probably because it's a nice, empty, remote place that people don't go, although now that I'm thinking about it, apparently they do go there, so it's not as good as they thought. But they really want to make it work.
Cypher's running around on the ship, and after I take their shadow Pokemon and chase them out, this group of strangers calling themselves Team Snag'em walks up and
Team Snag'em. Oh my god, this is a crazy place to pause this. Yikes. Okay, so Team Snag'em is the evil team from the beginning of the game whose base you blow up twice while they're still inside of it.
roofies me. I wake up, realize they stole my snack machine. This random old man who just started living in the wrecked.
I wonder how long you stay asleep after a Pokemon puts you to sleep. Like, does that actually... Do you think people who have, like, insomnia get affected by it the same as normal people? Or maybe they're affected by it more? Possibly less? I wonder if that... You know what? I never hear about people having insomnia in the Pokemon world. Maybe that's why.
Boat said he saw them head off in that direction and points to the middle of nowhere on my map again. You people are beyond me. I show up and wow, another headquarters for crime. I make my way to their head honcho, Gonzap, who's trying to put on my snag machine, but
It's not gonna
too
fit, bro.
big and muscular and
He can fit it on his finger. Can you operate the entire machine with just one finger?
adult, and since I am a child, it does not fit on his giant muscle arm. He pretty much gives up, asks if I
He's so big. Yeah, I don't remember him being that big, but dadgummit, that mustache is fabulous.
want to join Team Snag'em. I say yes, but he fights me anyway. And after I beat him, he's like, actually, you can have your arm thing back. We're not enemies. Awesome. So why am I here? You drugged me, stole my stuff, and then just called friendship and gave it back.
What I heard was he helped you get a good night's sleep, carried your things for you, gave you a peaceful place to rest, and then returned your things to you.
I find Cypher's Shadow Pokemon Factory and walk up to the actual biggest men I've
Why are their pants that high up on their waist?
ever seen in the world. How naive I was to think Zook was big. Foolish me. Anyway, they're about to beat me TF up when Gonzap shows up, expresses his devotion to our newly blossomed.
That kid's special. He's not anyone you lot can beat. If you know what's best, let him through without a fight. Actually, you know what? When I play through this game, I'm going to give him Macho Man Randy Savage's voice.
Friendship and roofies them
That face, man.
for me. Thanks, man. You're really consistent at
See? Friendship.
that. I go inside and climb to the roof where their power
Jaiden doesn't believe in her
generator is.
friends
There's
enough,
a tiny
man.
little piece of paper there that says, use system lever to adjust voltage. Do not raise voltage too high.
Of course not. Would never think of that.
Crank! A guy comes out and starts
Oops.
yelling at me with his Pokemon when the tiny...
Okay, what are we up to? Oh, we got. Oh, she just evolved. Why she only had 5? Where's the 6th one? Is she not using a 6th Pokemon?
old man who accidentally ruined my life in Port comes on screen and is like, I'm evil and creating a Pokemon that's unpurifiable. Come get me. This is my IP address. I need
42069, classic.
to cross the ocean to get to him because he's basically on evil Hawaii.
Speaking of things that put crowd to sleep, an Oddish has appeared in chat.
So I take this Robo Kyogre from Kaminko,
Which looks... oh, God, I love it. I love it so much. I would want one of those.
speedboat my way there, and you guessed it, fight everyone in the building / volcano until I get to the big little man.
Okay, that's one way to go.
After fighting an entire country's worth of people, I find him.
Are we ever
His
gonna
name
find
is
out what her
Greeble,
6th
by
one
the
is?
way, and he's like, I'm surprised you made it this far. Ha 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 ha. Well, I'm busy, don't bother me. And blocks me with a giant pane of glass. Honestly,
That's pretty
out
practical.
of all the fictional villains I've seen, this is surprisingly decently reasonable. But I'm not
Yeah, did he pull? He said Stocy pulled out a switch. Yeah, honestly, pretty practical. Just pane of glass. What are they gonna do? It's just a child, right? If it's Pokemon proof, you should be all right.
not gonna just sit here and stare at him behind the glass
Honestly, that's a solid strategy. That would make him so uncomfortable.
like a goldfish at PetSmart. So I just walk around and use the side door, which really sets him off. I mean, dude, either lock the door or don't have it. This is just what doors do. Greevel's like, you blew up our Shadow Pokemon factory.
Yep.
You got past my glass.
Did it?
That's it. I'm
Oh yeah, Shadow Lugia back for kisses.
summoning Shadow Lugia, the first Pokemon to ever be unpurifiable.
And why would you want to purify it when it looks so cool?
Come forth and obliterate this small boy. To which I just Master Ball it. Really overlooked that one, didn't you, mate? He may not be pure.
I don't remember if this game has the glitch. I remember in, I think, Coliseum, there was a glitch that if you went to go use a ball, back out, and use a different ball, it would use the second ball but act like it was the first ball, so you could basically just chuck infinite Master Balls after you get it. I don't know if that persisted into XT Gala Darkness. I have to look that up.
Purifiable, but he's mine now.
Just a heads up, though, you can do that in Coliseum for sure.
Huge L. Greeble gets so beyond pissed that he decides to open his creepy
I think it's like guy was on drugs. Is he trying to shadow himself? Like, what's going on here?
eyes and fight me himself. And I was surprised to realize not only does he have a team of all Shadow
Yeah, from what I understand, I think these are 3 of the hardest to catch because they, Coliseum for sure. I don't know if Gala Darkness did, but Coliseum, I think, no, XT Gala Darkness. I can't remember. I don't remember if both of them or one of them, but they changed the catch rates from their normal catch rates to just the most insane changes. Some of them that are like really hard to catch are now easier to catch, and some of the ones that were fairly easy to catch, not incredibly easy, are way harder to catch. It's so stupid.
Pokemon, but he somehow nabbed Articuno, Zapdos, and Molt.
Which is pretty actually cool. I think you can catch all 6 of his Pokemon. I'm about to call him Pals because I'm playing so much Power. But like, I would not recommend it. I would not recommend trying to get all 6. Like, unless you got a lot of tanks on your team to absorb damage and a lot of heals, I would not recommend it, man.
Trays. I'll be honest, it was a really, really hard fight because Shadow Pokemon are super effective against all non-Shadow
Yeah,
Pokemon.
that's kind of the thing.
I don't know how it took me this long to tell you that, but that's how it works.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, she never explained what Shadow Pokemon do. Basically, they're effective against everything, but they also can, well, I guess in XT Gala Darkness, they don't confuse themselves as much anymore. Yeah, I think Coliseum is really bad, though, because you had to call them. Otherwise, they were going to do a whole lot of crap you didn't want them to do. But in, to be fair, but there was a trade-off where if they did attack, like I think it always crit if they used their Shadow move, like the first one they start off with. As you lower their friendship, I mean, not their friendship, as you lower their Shadow gauge to closer to opening their heart, they learn that it reveals more of their moves, because like they have 4 moves, but you can only use 1 until you go like 1 bar down in the Shadow thing, getting it closer to a purer heart. and then it'll reveal another one, and then another bar down and reveal another one. It's a whole thing.
So instead of trying to catch them all like I've been doing this whole time, I really just beat them up and they ran away. So I win!
Which is a good strategy because you'll find them later. They always come back. That's what Mirror B is actually in the game for. You re-challenge him after the game is over, and he has all the shadows that you missed, but you can only do like one at a time.
Cypher has officially lost everything. And
It's just
all
more fun to
because-
try and catch them all as you go through. And that's part of the challenge, is trying to get all the shadows. But if you get to him, and you just don't want to deal with trying to catch all 6 of them, completely understandable.
Because of me, the little boy. Blue
Yeah,
Henchman
Jaiden.
runs up to Greevil and is like, "Sir, I have a plan. Let's blow up the island with the kid on it."
That'll do it. That'll do the trick.
Which is like, oh my god. And then Red Henchman is like, "Okay, that's a bit too far, man. Dad, let's go home."
See, the ginger is the only one that has a soul here. Way to flip. Way to flip expectations.
Yeah, they pulled the "I'm your father/son" twist on us, but it has very little effect on me because I do not care about these people. Anyway, they decide to not blow up the island with me on it and stop being evil, I think. I'm like 60% sure. And then happy ending, I just go home. So what do you think?
God, this game
For
is
some
so good
reason,
though.
I really liked the game as a kid. I never actually beat it because I didn't know how to get past the gatekeeping woman in Fennec. Glad I figured it out.
She's
this
playing
time.
Mirror
I
Beast
also
theme from
wanted to
XD.
mention how lively the animations are in this game. Sure, some of the Pokemon look god awful.
Yeah.
They gave Hound.
Honestly, some of them are. Yeah, look right here, right here. That is not how the legs go for this Pokemon. They did it with all the dogs, but like some of them actually have like crazy good animations. Like they're all tailored to the Pokemon, and that's a lot more love than Pokemon actually puts into their games now.
Or human knees that bend forward, but they're all just so expressive and show so much care and personality. It may be pretty sad that current games don't show this much passion, but I guess
Amen. Amen to that, sister.
that's just what makes these games more cherishable. Anyway, the game was fun and weird. I liked it. See ya.
Hey, it's been a while.
Yeah, so that was XD Gala Darkness. We'll let her talk a little bit more. That was XD Gala Darkness. I think if you haven't played Coliseum or XD Gala Darkness, you absolutely should play at least one of them. If you can get your hands on both of them, I'd recommend Coliseum, then XD Gala Darkness, so you play them in order.
Anyway, this game also is like all double battles, and I thought that was really interesting. I liked that.
Yeah, that'll really switch things up. That actually makes it harder, too, because sometimes, especially in the first game, they like to KO each other a lot. It's not fun. It's really hard to catch a Shadow Pokemon when the other Pokemon on the field are trying to kill everyone at the same time.
Again in a new game. Nothing else really to say.
Yeah, I hope they make a third one. I don't know if I can trust them to make a third one, but I really want them to make a third one. I don't know if they'd hold up to how good the other ones were for like the time they were made in. They were definitely clunky. Now, it wouldn't be as fun. But I'm gonna play you. You just heard Mirror Beast's theme from this game. This is his theme in Coliseum. Oh, right. I had it on mute. My B. Yeah! Get funky, baby. Okay, that's enough. I don't know if it's going to get me copyrighted or not. All right, well, thanks for joining me. Have you played Coliseum XD Gala of Darkness? What have you thought? If you had the chance to play it, would you? Would you try and catch all of the shadows, or you just want to play through the story, see how it goes, and catch whatever you can along the way? Let me know down below. Also, check out Jaiden. I'm sure you've never heard of her. She's this very small YouTuber. All right. Stay safe, stay hydrated, take care of yourselves, and remember, gotta catch 'em all. That was MJTV. We're gonna watch one of his videos next. That's a cliffhanger, baby. All right, love and nachos, baby bears. Mwah.